Hi, ladies and gentlemen out there in the globe. Welcome to my channel, to Lovers and Leaders. My name is Dr. Sarah, and here I have the privilege and honor to speak to you guys about tapping into your best selves to manifest as the best leaders in your workplace, in your families, in your communities, and really being the best lover. Okay, a sold out lover, that you have options, you have great friends, you attract the right spouse. Okay, and today in this particular episode, I really want to focus on something I've been meditating on for a while, and I think it's one of those wisdom secrets in life that if you are not aware of, you can easily miss. And that is about the transformational effects of pain. Okay? Nobody likes pain. Nobody likes feeling pain in relationships, friendships, family, in business, okay, amongst your colleagues. But there's some of you out there, and these are the people I'm talking to, those of you who are very intentional, just like myself, very purpose driven. You have spoken things about your life that you want to succeed in because you know it's a benefit to many people out there, groups, families, and yourself. You've spoken certain things out of certainty that you want to actually achieve. And you've also been planning, or you've been preparing, okay? You've been maneuvering through different relationships, all because you want a better life. Because you know somewhere deep on the inside of you, you know you were made for more. You were made for more. It doesn't even matter if your current environment doesn't fully validate that, but you know on the inside that you know you're meant to be somewhere else. So, you know, as a result of that, what I have found so far in life, and especially my own life, those intentions that I've actually made, it starts a course of change. It starts a course of transformation. And in those courses, those paths that I've initiated, okay, through inspiration from the inside out and through inspiration truly from the Lord, those paths are not easy. The end result, or what I think is the end result, is very appealing, but oftentimes I'm not even ready for the challenges that come with that change. And for many of us, whether it's getting married, getting out of a relationship, getting into a new relationship, deciding to start a new job, leaving a job, starting a business, okay, having kids, there is a measure of pain that comes with it. Those of you that are in this place of transformation in your life and you're about to give up because the pain is too much, I'm here just to disrupt that mindset and let you know that that pain is an indication that you are on the right path of change. The reality is I have found out so far in my life on this earth that end result I want to achieve, if I don't have the inner image that correlates with that end result, I'm not going to be able to occupy that space. I can't say that I want to shift to a position of manager or director if I don't have the internal system to occupy a managerial or some type of leadership position. And oftentimes I have seen through my life and vicariously through others that life has a way of churning you, pressing you in and out, breaking you through people or through situations because the reason, the deep reason about that is that you and I have to be reprogrammed, okay, to be able to step into that new position, step into that new relationship, especially when I think about relationship. If you've always come from a toxic, unhealthy, insecure cycles of relationships, and you keep saying year after year that you want to be into a healthy relationship and have consistent, healthy interaction in a romantic relationship, for example, or a marriage relationship or friendships, okay? And especially if you're a Christian, okay? And you're engaged with that higher power, through Jesus Christ, he will put you on a course of allowing you to experience the pain until you say, enough is enough. Until you say, I'm done with this pain and I'm now ready to change. That thing that you keep coming as, experiencing as a challenge, a mounting, an irritation in your life, that you're trying to, avoid certain people, and you're trying to get into another situation, and then you go to try and get to another job because you're avoiding. God's like, that thing is going to keep coming up, not waiting for the environment to change, but for you to change. And it's going to feel painful. It's going to feel painful, especially for those of you that are, I would say, somewhat immature, unwise in your thinking model, and you have bought into the lie, the deception, that for you to be happy, it's ultimately your environment has to change. If you unchanged version goes into a beautiful new environment, guess what? That unchanged version of yours will be a toxic substance in that new environment, and you're going to experience the same thing again. You're going to attract those same situations to bring even out your more toxic side. Don't buy into that deception that, hey, I'll leave this relationship, I'll leave these people, and everything's going to change. Life is also calling you to transform. And how do you transform? Glad you asked. It's your inner mental model. You need a new language, a new framework to tap into, to marry, to reconfigure your inner dialogue with yourself, that self-talk, with the right words. Not every word is right. There's some things, you see on certain TV shows, like reality TV show, and I'm like, whoa, if I keep binging on this, the way they talk is gonna reprogram me, and I don't want to sound or do like what they do. And that's why I have to be honest with you, I have cut down on certain reality TV shows, because it's, programming the mind is so easily done when you're watching or doing something that's not beneficial to you very consistently. You need a new language. You need a new word. You need the right words that you speak that is congruent with where you're trying to go. Some of you are in a dead-end job, and you are in resentment, bitterness, grunting, grumbling, feeling this inner conflict, turmoil with your colleagues. It's not your colleagues' fault. It's you. That pain you're feeling, it's your responsibility. And it's calling on you that you need to change your mind. You need to have an open mind. Is that where you're meant to really be? Oh, okay. You don't want to go through the pain of self-development so you can actually have that thing you keep dreaming about, have that dream job, because it's painful, right? To do a course, a degree, a certification. It's painful, right, to get yourself a coach, because you have to change. You're still waiting for your environment to change. You're buying into a lie. Pain is an indication that transformation is calling you, and you're the only one that's going to do it. Transformation comes through pain. Transformation comes through pain. I remember something as practical as going through my dissertation phase, my PhD. There were times I wanted to give up. I had to keep holding on to the why I'm doing this, of practically 8 years of training, including my dissertation. I had to constantly have in my mind, in front of me, why I'm doing this. Why? And the why was informing and even comforting me when I was in pain, okay? Or having to, keep a job and go through this rigorous, in-depth training of being an industrial organizational psychologist. There's pain. Yes, there's some suffering. Life is still happening despite that degree going on. Life was still happening. Things in the job, things in family, things in relationship, and other external things. Life is still happening. But at the end of it, one of the things that in my final my oral defense, one of the members of my dissertation committee said, along the lines of, Sarah, we know that you're smart, okay, but one thing I want you to remember about yourself is that you had resilience, because they put me through the ringer, and I believe that was by design. One of them said it was by design to put a PhD person, for example, through the ringer. It's by design, and that word resilience is basically having the grit that even if you go down, you're going to bounce back up again. You have the fortitude to have the mind of a doctor before you gain the degree of a doctor. Transformation came through pain. I was so determined in those moments of pain. I knew that end result, the life that I was trying to achieve with that degree. I knew it was mine. But life created these moments of pain to ask me the question, are you sure you're a doctor? Are you sure? Those pain points come to ask you and I questions. Are you sure you're meant to occupy the space as a spouse? Are you sure you're ready to occupy the space as a mother, father? Are you sure you're meant to occupy the space as an entrepreneur? It's going to put you through those tests, those pain points. And many times that you've seen in your life, and I've seen in my life, you've either given up or you almost gave up. Now, if you give up, life will highly probably give you that test again. We all have a destiny. That's in my belief. There's partially predetermined, and you determine it too. I'm really just making this video to remind some of you out there that transformation comes with pain. That pain is not saying give up, unless you have reasonable reason that you must give up. But it's really saying, hold on. That pain is saying, hold on. If you truly believe you are the person for that breakthrough that you're waiting for, you're going to get through that pain. Because even when you gain that thing you achieve, it's going to require those strong mental muscles that you created during the transformation to actually maintain it. Many times people get things so easily, whether it's in relationships or a promotion or a job. You feel like you got it so easily, and you may even resonate with this. Sometimes people get things so easily, and they easily lose it because they don't respect it. They don't respect what it took to get it. They don't respect what it took for somebody maybe to give it to you. They don't honor it, they don't respect it, and it easily slips out from their hands and they wonder what happened. Not everyone gets processed. People are rushing to attain or achieve something that they've seen someone on social media, but you won't allow life to process you. Those people that are selling you some business services, telling you, go with me and I'll show you how to make $500,000 a year. Let me tell you something. If you have not been processed to maintain $500,000 per annum, you are going to easily lose it, or better yet, you're not going to even know how to achieve it. So you wonder sometimes when you try to copy and paste other people's ideas and why it doesn't work for you, because you don't have the mindset as they do. And oftentimes those people that are trying to teach you something, they're not well versed to articulate their mental habits and their personal value system that got them to achieve that. But also I want to hold space for some people get certain achievements the wrong way, unprocessed, and they're selling it to you. And to be fair, some people are selling you a lie on social media as well. You got to use discernment. You got to use discernment. Allow life to process you. It's so better when you allow yourself to go through those pains, and then you look back and you say, man, if it wasn't for God's strength, if it wasn't for the power of resilience, where would I be? If I didn't believe in myself enough, where would I be? Because you know what? Let me tell you and keep it 100%. You're not always going to get fans to help you. You have to be your number one fan. You got to be your number one fan in this life. Transformation comes with pain. Don't give up. It's just an indication that you're still changing on the inside, so you can actually occupy that new space, that new identity, that new business, that new partnership, those new friendships that you really want. And I'm excited for you. If you got to this point of the video, you are the people that are part of my tribe, truly. And as you've been watching this, I want you to let me know what you're saying, what you're thinking, and put it in the comment section. Let me see if this is really resonating with you. If you do need a coach, okay, in this type of area, or something a little bit long-term, like a mentorship, I do offer this. So if you check out my link in the comment section and look at certain services I offer, please do sign up. If the prices are a little bit out of your range, I can certainly work with you. Depending on certain factors, I can certainly work with you to come up with something that meets your need. Because really, in my heart, I just know that getting you across the finishing line is actually what puts a smile on my face, to be really honest. And I want to see you do it, because you can. I don't want to see you giving up again, because if you give up on yourself, other people will give up on you as well. It's just one of those things. All right, I think I'm going to end it in the video here. All right, before you exit, do me a favor. All right, if this video really resonated with you, give me a like. Listen, I need encouragement too. And plus it helps with this algorithm thing, so other people like you can actually benefit from this video. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss out on some related content like this, okay? And again, like I said, if this is resonating with you, or whatever thoughts was coming to your mind as you're watching this, just put it in the comment section so you can also encourage somebody else that is watching this video. Until next time, love and light. All right, bye-bye.